On the beat.
Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, oh, hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, oh. People them a fuck, ready to be young, like a mommy son, like a bad dramatic. Kononyo, Agila ya Robin, Agila ya Robin, Agila ya Robin, Agila ya Robin. Come on, bless. Atiwa, Escorpion, Atiwa, Falseria, Atiwa, La Police, Atiwa. People them a fuck, ready to be young, like a mommy son, like a bad dramatic. Kononyo, Agila ya Robin, Agila ya Robin, Agila ya Robin, Agila ya Robin. Come on, bless. Atiwa, Escorpion, Atiwa, Falseria, Atiwa, La Police, Atiwa.
To my beautiful and amazing royals of Africa, Mbolweni, my dear people, this is your queen, Ngningone II, 17th generation crown queen of the Fangs and of the Diasporan Africans, also known as the Immortals, my people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's have an African conversation. Now, this conversation, this message is for our Africans worldwide. If you are not African, bye. If you're going to stick around, be respectful in the comment section, okay? Okay, my dear people, I thought about, speaking on South Africa. So, I don't know how many of you are surprised to see that our so-called people of South Africa have chosen a white man over the great elephant, the great leopard of South Africa, Julius Malema, right? I wasn't surprised, okay? I know. When slaves have been recently released, many of them won't make the cut. Many of them still view the masters as their god. And this is the situation we are facing in South Africa. I know that a lot of South Africans are going around telling people, oh, mind your business. Talk about matters of your countries. Oh, you cry, nye, because you nobody want to come there. The problem is South Africa doesn't own Africa. You have neighbors. And when your house is on fire, that of your neighbors are not secured. So I don't know what genius idea it was to vote for a white man to begin with. Seems like many miss the life in the townships, right? Seems like many South Africans miss apartheid era, circulating with a passport in your so-called homeland. Maybe you don't belong there, And if you don't belong there, well, it's a good thing to say, because when you belong from a land, you son or daughter of a land, you can't make such move. So first of all, we would like to thank our Honorable, the Great Leopard of South Africa, His Honorable Julius Malema. Papa Malema, I want you to know that we love you. We in the diaspora, we hold you up high because we saw you sweating. We saw you fighting. I mean, we love you. We appreciate you. We appreciate your courage. We appreciate your bravery. And like some people say, you never prophet in your homeland. And Aban too, they have the history of betraying their prophets. So this is nothing new. So as much as South Africa must understand that Africa is not their property. So when they endanger their homeland, they have endangered the other lands around. Our history showed us how greedy the white man is. In my homeland of Gabon, when the Portuguese came and waged war on us, out of 180-something kingdoms, 2 betrayed, all right? The Teke of the south and the Pongwes in the north. So guess what? The Teke gave them one of their daughters to marry. And per the land of our land, he was eligible to rule. So he became a king of the Teke and went on and invaded 11 other kingdoms around, unaliving the kings and disposing of their people. So I don't know if it's like you missed apartheid or whatever you choose to do there, but just know that we, the true sons and daughters of that land, whether those on the continent or those abroad, our eyes are on our homeland. And we will not let you or allow you to turn our homeland into your slave master's property. So I'm inviting our people to regroup. Our freedom fighters in South Africa, take heart. All right, you are clearly in minority, but take heart. Africa as a whole is your home. If you want to relocate somewhere freely, do that. But what we won't do is collaborate with the slaves, okay? I'm not the one who created that word. If you want to look it up, a slave is an individual whose mind, body, and soul belong to a third party, a master, okay? One who acts to its master's satisfaction. So if the masters want us to hate each other, the slave would do just that. If the masters want us to unalive each other, the slave would do that. Okay, like I said, I told many of you, I'm a crown queen. I'm nobody's flying monkeys saying the politically correct thing while our people, day and night, we still dying. We are yet to taste freedom. Okay, so we must resist the sellout wherever we are in the world. Identify the sellout. Our forefathers had to learn a tough lesson. There's no war you can win against anybody until you take care of the enemy from within. Your brother is the one who knows where you hide. Your brother is the one who knows your weaknesses. So when your brother is collaborating with the enemy, you're in danger. Before we go and wage war on anybody, we have to make sure that the rats, the sellouts among us are disposed of and correctly. You have to understand our former masters are not these unbeatable people. But one thing it is, we have to recognize their superiority when it comes to matters of their survival. When it comes to matters of their survival, they unite, regardless of their differences. How come we, the people who claim we have suffered so much, we are incapable of doing so? And then we go around crying. No, it's not believable. Okay? Our people are the only ones who will remain divided even when facing existential threats. All right? And this is where we felt, how can other people give value to our wants, our lives, our needs, when we don't uphold ourselves as important? As long as there are going to be many of us out of hatred for their brother, they rather side with the people who have oppressed us for so long, we will remain slaves. You have to understand that that's how it goes. And there's no war we can win against anybody until we properly identify the sellouts, the slaves among us. Okay? So we have to rid of the slaves, the sellouts, before we could achieve anything, because they will always lead them to us. In the case of South Africa, I mean, they have just crowned their oppressor. They took it further. They're giving them legitimacy to power. Now this time, nobody will accuse them of doing apartheid when the same so-called native of that land voted them in. It gets interesting. Okay? So take heart, our freedom fighters of South Africa. Take heart. Stick together. Protect our father, Papa Malema. The struggle continue. You are not surrounding your land to bunch of enslavers. So how do you fight? How do you resist the sellout? Don't collaborate with them. Don't marry them. Don't marry your daughters to them or your sons to them. Don't allow them into your companies. If you have something good to share, keep it among the ones with the same mindset. Because our former masters, they always found willing parties among us to sell us out. Our people are not ready for the freedom they claim they seek. They love to make murders, okay? Murders, people laying down their life for a bunch of fools who have no idea of what they're up against. But at a drop of a dime, they're ready to sell out everybody, sell out the whole country and everything in it. We will do away with your kind. So our children, wherever you landed, wherever you are in the world, whether on the continent or in the diaspora, keep in mind, we can't focus on the real enemy. We have to focus on the ones who always lead them to us. Okay, my people, the prophecy about our people say, we will heal, we will unite, and we will fight the enemy and their slaves. That we will fight them with the same intensity we're fighting their masters. It will come to that. When it's said and done, they will be forced, all these traitors, they will be forced out of our homeland, them and their masters. That time is coming near. So take heart. Our freedom fighters in South Africa, take heart. All right? And now to all our beautiful and amazing royals of Africa, may you have peace in your homes, always love in your heart, and unity, because without which we are done and doomed. Okay? Until next time.
Like a mommy son, like a bad dramatic. Kono Agila ya Robin, Agila ya Robin, Agila ya Robin, Agila ya Robin. Come on, bless. Atiwa.